Good afternoon. It's great to get the guys back in the building this morning, just look into their eyes and see them. It was great to get out on the field today as well and move around. Just a few updates. I brought in Ian Scott from Central Michigan to replace Terrence Knight as assistant D-line coach. Ian Scott brings a lot of experience for his coaching and playing. He played for myself and Don Johnson in Chicago as well as San Diego when we were at the Chargers. So glad to have him aboard. And I'm sure you guys have heard, Baker has been, released. We had a conversation today. I talked to the guys about, Sam will be the starter this week against Seattle, and PJ will be the backup. And Baker has been nothing but a professional since he's been here, a complete pro. Tremendous respect for him. As he and I had a conversation, I talked about, my decision at the time to go to Cleveland was all based off him and their offense and having an opportunity to be, with a productive team that I felt could move the ball. This is a tough business. And sitting in this seat, it's a tough decision on my part, but it was something that I felt like was the best move for the team moving forward. With that, I'll take your questions.
Did he ask to be released after you said you'd be rolling with PJ and Sam?
Yes, he felt and we felt we wanted to give him, again, an opportunity to be able to seek whatever him and his agent felt would be the best for them. He has been nothing but a professional for us, so I wanted to extend that courtesy.
That all occurred in the Monday meeting, and then he asked for his release.
It all occurred today, yes.
Mm-hmm. What went behind your decision to make PJ back up over Baker?
Just looking at the body of work, the last couple of weeks, and I felt like, PJ has been productive when he was in there starting, like what Sam did, last week, having the opportunity to come back in and showcase his talent. So that was my decision.
Will there be?
Can you talk to them?
Yeah, I'm working on that. Will there be any other moves at the quarterback position this week in reference to maybe the practice squad?
I couldn't say. I couldn't reference that right now. Definitely always feel the need to have a third quarterback, particularly on the practice squad. So.
Steve, I'm sorry. Did you say PJ would have been back up anyway?
Yes.
Steve, why did Baker fail at Carolina?
I can't answer that question, David. It's so many different reasons to the mere fact, and I wouldn't say that he failed. I would say that it just didn't work out. He's still a good football player. Just like coaches, just like players, sometimes they just need a change, and I wish him all the best.
Steve, it seemed like after the change with you replacing Matt, that you wanted to kind of give PJ and now Sam a look before Baker. Was that just, why was that?
I don't want to say that was my intention since I've taken over. I think as a head coach, you got to look at the big picture and you got to figure out what gives you the best opportunity to be successful at every position. And when you look at the body of work, I felt like, again, giving PJ an opportunity at that time, he got hurt. And then Sam, not having a chance all year, particularly being hurt with the high ankle sprain coming out of, training camp, with his talent level that I feel like he has and his ability to be able to throw the ball, I wanted to give him an opportunity, which I did last week. So it was nothing, in regards to Baker, in essence.
When we last saw you guys, Brian Burns and Deontay were a little shaken up in that last game. What's their status as you get back from the bye?
I would have a better update on Wednesday, but from the bye week, those guys did a great job for us, their treatment and I expect them to be ready to go this week.
Steve, what's the message to the team coming off the bye week with these last 5 games to go and you guys being close to the top of the division still?
The message is we still keep it one at a time. You know, as I talked about a couple of weeks ago when we finished that game, we have to go do something that we haven't done all year, which is win on the road, you know, and have an opportunity to be able to win back-to-back games. So that's our focus this week. You know, Seattle's playing well. All right, they pushing for the playoffs. And if we want to be in that caliber, in that conversation, you know, we have to create that playoff mentality mindset, you know, and going out there to play over the years, being in that division with Seattle and being here in Carolina, having these different battles, it's a very tough place to play. You know, it's loud in there. So we've been talking about, you know, that mindset starting today, that we're going to be able to go out there and face that challenge.
That was the only staff move you made, Steve, with Ian.
Yes.
Steve, what can you tell us about Seahawks moving ahead? What are you seeing on tape? How much I'm sure you look at it.
Well, I think, you know, Gino is doing an excellent job, you know, just running the offense. You know, those guys do a lot of great things. I know there's some questions right now about the running back position, some status. I'm waiting to hear back from that with, you know, some guys may have gotten hurt. But I think, you know, the offense is doing a great job. You see they're very efficient in the things that they do. Great running game, and then also can push the ball down the field. And defensively, nothing has changed over the years with Pete still being, you know, the head coach there. They're still going to be efficient on defense. And, again, it's going to be a task for us, you know. Just the crowd noise, 12th man, they pride themselves on. So, again, just with wanting to have that playoff mentality and going on the road and trying to win one, that's what we have to have this week.
There's been a lot of changes this season, and it seems like the team has responded well to those. Did another change after the bye. Why do you think this team has been able to kind of come together during the adversities?
Well, I think it's just really the message that I try to convey, you know, which is, you know, don't let it get in the way, you know, whatever it may be, you know. And we have to understand as professionals is that this league is not going to stop. And each week is another challenge. So we know what we signed up for as players and coaches, and this is part of the business. And we just got to continue to go out and respond, and they have done that all year.
Steve, what was your focus and the coaching staff's focus during the bye week last week? First opportunity for you since everything's changed for you to kind of step back a little bit too.
Well, our focus was really to get away and relax a little bit as well. We used the early part of the week to get a jump on Seattle, but I felt like the coaches need an opportunity to recharge and have some time to reflect and be with their families as well.
Did you learn anything? Did you watch other games yesterday? Did you learn anything about the league that you may not get to see, you know, on a Sunday when you're typically pretty busy?
No, to be honest, I didn't watch any games yesterday. I was tied up with some personal stuff.
Are you going to watch the game tonight?
I'm sure I will. I'll be locked into it.
Why do you think Gino's been so efficient?
It's hard for me to say. Like, I really don't know. I just know he's always been a guy that I respected in the league for a long time, and, you know, had some success when he was with the Jets. And again, they're using him in the right way. He's extremely athletic and talented to be able to get outside the pocket and use his feet and to make some plays out in space. So, and he throws a great ball. So I can only just go off what I see on tape.
I think you just use the expression playoff mentality. What does that look like, and have you seen that here in recent weeks?
What it looks like is a team that's resilient in their approach each and every week, which I've seen our preparation. You know, I just told the guys I'm not worried about our preparation. We've had excellent, exceptional preparation each week. What we got to create is that mindset, understanding that when you go in a type of element like this, not being able to hear each other out there, you got to over communicate. Make sure you don't beat yourselves in situations. You see teams going out there getting a lot of penalties because they can't hear. So it's creating an environment that that you see in the playoffs. You know, that kind of crowd noise. Again, their team is playing well right now, so that's the reason why I talked about, you know, playoff mentality.
Do you think this can be a playoff team?
Of course I do, you know, but our mindset is not, you know, what can happen at the end. It's just really trying to take care of each day, and our mantra is still the same: win the day. And you know, once we do that, you know, we'll look at the end and see where we are.
Everybody good?
Thank you.
Thank you.